All right, guys, quick tip on how to be happy. All right, the tip I will give you here is that when it comes to being happy, there is something that is standing in the way of your happiness. And do you know what that is? What is that thing? You might be asking. Well, the thing that's standing in the way of your happiness is you. And I found that I was doing this to myself, and actually, I was doing this to myself a couple minutes ago, where I was like, somehow I had this doubt about what I was doing, where I was like making progress. And then the doubt set in, and I was like, well, maybe I can just stop what I'm doing, and maybe what I'm doing is enough of what I'm doing. And really, I was standing in the way of my happiness because I know there's something I want to achieve, right? I know that I want to get to, achieve a certain goal, okay? And I know I want to do it. But then when doubt sets in, it can be really hard because you're like, well, maybe I should stop, and sometimes, you're standing in the way of your own happiness because, there's something that you want to do, right? You want to do this thing, you know you've been wanting to do it. You put it off like, oh man, I can get around to it whenever, I can do it whenever. And guys, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not an expert at this or anything, but I know that there are some things that I've put off, and I finally started to do those things, but I had to make myself aware of the fact that, hey, I really want to do this. So, for example, I was like, I really want to, be healthier. Okay. So I should start working out. So I was like, telling myself I'd see like workout equipment and stuff, and I'd be like, okay, well, it's expensive. Do I have the money? All that. And really, I had the money. It's just that I didn't want to, I was kind of afraid of, doing the simple action of trying to work out. I was afraid of doing that because I was like, well, should I really? Maybe I can put this off until later when I feel better about it. And then I could do it. And then, that day turned into a few days and then a few weeks and then a couple of months. And I'm just like, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to buy me some equipment so I can work out. And, even when I got the equipment, I was like, okay, I'll use the equipment. I'll do it. And then what I did was I was like, I, had it sitting in the living room, and I was like, okay, I'll get around to using it. And then, I waited a day, and then day turned into a few days, and it turned into a week, and then, and then a week turned into a month, and then I was just like, am I ever going to get around to using this? Did I make a mistake by buying this? So one day I just said, oh, screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and use this equipment. I'm just going to do it. And, I did. And, working out, it was hard. It was because I'm like, man, I was out of shape. I'm like, oh, man. But you know what? I surprised myself. And I was able to get through a whole workout. And I was really happy after I got done with it. And what I have to say is, sometimes, you or I or anybody, knows what's going to make them happy. We know what's going to make us happy. But sometimes we put it off because we're like, well, I can, I'll get around to it. Maybe I can do it later or whatever. Sometimes there are things in your life where you want to take advantage of something and do something, and sometimes, that opportunity goes away from you, and then you have to regret the fact that you didn't take advantage of it. And then you may not get that opportunity until, years down the road when, that opportunity again presents itself. Hopefully it comes up. And what I say to you guys is this, is that one of the ways to be happy is don't put off doing something that you really want to do. Go for that thing. I know that you might be scared. You may have doubt. You may have fear. You may be like, should I really do this? Is this really the right move, for me, at this point? Can't I just wait and stuff? But when you wait and push something off, then what happens is you never get around to it. You never do. And do you really want to continue to like miss out on doing something because not doing something that you really want to do and you want to do it, you know, you miss the opportunity. And isn't it better to be, working towards being happy? And being happy is a journey, okay? It's not just you're happy all the time and that's how it is. No, it's a journey. You have to find out what makes you happy, okay? It's a process. There's other things you have to do too, but this is something that I was thinking about because I found myself a few minutes ago being like, should I do this? Because I had doubt setting in and like fear, and I'm like, should I? But then I just pushed past it and continued to do what I was doing to make progress in what I was trying to do. And actually, I was trying to take notes on something. And so, sometimes we have, sometimes we have doubt, and sometimes that doubt works against us. Sometimes the fear works against us. And sometimes we stand in the way of our own happiness without even knowing that we're doing that. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this helps somebody out there who is working on being happy and they know they want to be happy and they don't know how. There is always a way to start being happy. It's a journey, but you can definitely get there. Thanks for watching. Bye.